Hello and welcome back to Southern Vectis in City Bus Manager on the Isle of Wight. So, I'm just looking at this, just looking at our garage, because I've made a few changes, and well, we've got a brand now. We've got a brand. The swoop thing is because, well, these are from Plymouth City Bus and they wore the swoop livery. But these dots and whatnot, the Southern Vectis, the SON4, that's all us. I've been hard at work behind the scenes, making up new liveries for these buses. Where's this going? Oh dear. That's going on a 903 to Newport, furlongs opposite Greenways. Oh dear. But yeah, Southern Vectis now has an image. So at the moment most of our fleet is second-hand, and all of the second-hand vehicles have a livery. Basically I went in, looked what livery they last wore, last wore in service, and recreated it, slapping on Southern Vectis branding. And for these two, being ex-London, it's kind of hard to make it out. It is kind of hard. But from just the right angle, you can see a shadow of the operator logo. Yeah, you can just see the Arriva logo there. And there is a Stagecoach logo hidden on this one. Because that's how London buses work. Oh, there it is. You can see it much more clearly there. Yes. We got branding. We got a little "I just got here" on the second-hand buses. Not all of them. The Metro Rider doesn't have that image, or doesn't have that text. Nor does PDN1, the ex-Arriva Centro, or the classic Solo, because I did those differently, because I wanted to try out the sort of in-game graphic tools rather than just creating the entire texture. No doubt we will see those later. I've played on quite a bit off camera, and we've only got one loan left, this big one, which is pain, but you know. All the buses are out in their various colours. The darts are all Arriva, obviously. And the darts are all unique. So if I find... Oh, here we go. So this one on the 902... Oh, they're all on Newports. Okay, so this one... the ex-London Medway one, ex-London ex-Medway, or ex-Medway ex-London, has interurban with a very high skirt. Ex-Medway new to Medway has quite a low skirt for its interurban scheme. And then the ex-Luton one has a really, really tatty looking Cotswold stone livery. So I sort of left that how it is. The buses new to us are still just in this shade of green. We will get to that. I will get to that in a bit. This one's just arrived on stand for me to explain what that logo is. It is 6 dots and a dash. It is Morse code. The logo is the letters S and V in Morse code. S is 3 dots, V is 3 dots and a dash. 6 dots and a dash. It's SV in Morse. And I've used such a sort of general imagery rather than like something specific to the Isle of Wight, because this is going to be part of something bigger. There will be a second series joining this one, from a more urban environment than this. And I want a common thread in the branding between them. So something very general to connect them. Southern Vectis with the dots. Everything's going to be Morse code, basically. So without giving too much away, the next save is going to be in a city environment, and is going to be part of a broader national scale operation, if you will, called National Busways, which itself will have its own Morse code branding, but each individual operation will have its own branding, sort of localized branding, nationalized operation, if you will. Well, not nationalized, that's a different thing, but, you know, national scale. National Busways, very good, very nice. Very much looking forward to future City Bus Manager series. Yeah, that was a lot of talking all in one go. We've got this to do though, network coverage in braiding. So I'm first of all just going to do typical researches that we get. Then I'm going to research, probably going to research south, because there seems to be a lot of interesting stuff going on down here. There's Sandown, Shanklin's not too far. Braiding is this is braiding here. We need to connect 20% of braiding up to the bus network, which is more than doable. What's this? I've not seen this before. Oh, it's Alverstone Garden Village. Oh, that's delightful. Anyway. Yeah, we're going to expand south, I think. If we go east, we get Bembridge, and that's sort of it. So let's go south. So just to sort of look at the fleet specifically now that it's got liveries and stuff. This one, ESN1 GN57 BPU, is from Arriva London. ESN2, or SN57 DWE if you prefer license plates, is from Stagecoach London, formerly CT Plus, where it did sort of W5, 30, it does the 309 a lot these days. There's sort of little local runs in North and East London. And this one, ESN3 or LK07 BEJ, was new to Metroline London, and is currently with Nibs buses in Essex. So I've put it in the Nibs buses scheme. Just say that, you know, we recently acquired it from Nibs. None of the esteems are in for me to talk about them, but I can, you know, look at them in the bus fleet. Sort by fleet number. SON1 was withdrawn from Yorkshire Buses recently because Yorkshire Buses have just scaled back their operation, unfortunately. It's always sad to see local operators go. But Yorkshire Buses has scaled back. And so we've got PL06RYO. PL06RYP was in service until some point with Diamond, and it was new to Rotala. It's been with Rotala for its full service life, so it's in a rebranded Diamond scheme. And then these PF06EN ones, ENL, ENM, ENN, and ENO, were all new to Plymouth City Bus. And this is kind of where a wall of some kind is broken down, in that these, if you look them up, were the shorter N94UD. They weren't the full length. But for our purposes, they can be the full length. Now, sometimes a decker goes on the one, because the one's been getting very busy lately. Which is partly why I want to get rid of all of my Centros. All 4 of them. They aren't cutting it anymore. And also, they aren't very well balanced. And what I mean by that is every bus has an amount of fuel and a fuel economy. So MTW Metro Rider, it's old and it's small, so it doesn't get very good it doesn't get a very good fuel economy, and it's got quite a small fuel tank. But the Enviro 200, well, that's got an even smaller fuel tank. The balancing is very off, but it's much newer than the Metro Rider, so it gets a much better fuel economy. The ALX 200 has a big, beefy Volvo engine, so it doesn't get very good fuel economy, and that's got an even smaller fuel tank. That explains why they're constantly running out of fuel on my off-camera save. And then of course the Strata up here, it's got a really small fuel tank, but it gets absolutely mental fuel economy because it's a van. When we look at the solo buses, the Esteem, it's got a big Scania lump, it gets really awful fuel economy. The Citaro, it's not particularly good, but it's a heavy bus, it's a fast bus, so it sort of works out well in the end. The Centro, on the other hand, why does it have a smaller fuel tank than the Strata, and why does it get the same fuel economy as the Strata? Also, the 10.8 meter version of the Evora seems a little OP with the fuel economy, but I don't really know. The 12 meter one seems much more reasonable. I don't think the 10.8 is that much lighter. So we will be getting rid of all of the Plaxton Centros, and either replacing them with more Deckers or with Citaros. I prefer the Citaro anyway. So, PDN1, the one new to Arriva, is actually going to be the only Centro to wear the Southern Vectis brand on YouTube, which is interesting. That was basically 12 minutes of straight talking. I am exhausted. This YouTube stuff's really difficult. So, I've just taken a little breather. And, well, we have some buses to assign. There's something that's perfect for me, but let's send the nibs out on that. I found out. Ooh. Stop all thought. We got new map. New map's coming. New map. That was chunky. Our map's still quite small. That took a while. This could be good. This could be juicy. I'm not too familiar with the Isle of Wight. I don't know how big Shanklin is. So unless we've also got Ventnor? Because I also just can never remember how big the Isle of Wight is and how big each map expansion is. So I don't know. Let's see what we've got. Right, moment of truth time. We've got down to Shanklin Town Centre. That's actually really useful. And already I can see new bus routes out of Newport. There's one you can go down this way into Shanklin. Another you could send down this way into Sandown. And from Ryde you can go Ryde, Brading, Sandown, Shanklin to sort of compete with the railway. But as of now, we've got no buses. So, and now there's a delayed assignment on the 3. That Centro can go on it. You're not long for the fleet. Sorry, buddy. Sorry. Look on board level C. Oh, level C is... Oh, I see. That's like part of a hospital. That's what that means. No. Why? I have many questions. All of them why? You can go on 3s. Is there a little local that needs assigning? No, not for a while. A 23. I normally put esteems on that. Oh, that's gonna get watched and stuff anyway, so it doesn't particularly matter. Ooh, people. What's the opening hours on this? 10 to 4, 12:30 to 1:30. That's 2.5 hours and yeah, that's fine. Whoa, delayed assignment on 23. Oh no! That assignment actually might time out. Let's put that on there. Three. 21. That can normally get the solo SR. Yeah, 1. The 32. That can get the solo. Oh no, that's just come back. Oh well. 902, 903. 902, 903. 901, 901. Why are there so many buses back? Did I miss a whole bunch? There's a 1 that needs assigning. But I'll just put that on there for now. 903, 902. 23. That can normally get esteemed, so yep. 2 locals, 23. 23. That's not very busy, so that can get a little enviro. Whew. Inbox. Yup. Research. Reduce the price for replacement parts. Very, very nice. Always good to get. Let's get another decker. The railway, hang on. Stagger those a bit. From Wednesday to Monday. 30 minutes. 160 passengers an hour, so they would want me using relatively big buses, but you can use that single deckers on that. No. Because I don't know if this is asking me to do the steam route again. Which actually, does Smallbrook Junction even have a... No. Smallbrook Junction has no connection to the outside world, which is really, really weird. Decker on the 3, even though it's not very busy. This is a Metro Rider. It's in sort of the East London Hopper livery from back in the 90s, which is a while ago now. Like, a lot. I don't remember. Like, it was literally before I was a thing on this earth. Sorry, not sorry to anyone I've just made feel very old. It's not my fault that you are. Just kidding, we all Gucci. Plenty of money. Money's doing good. Look, we're profitable on Sundays. We are profitable on Sunday. And for those of you that are commenting and giving feedback, episode 6 is going up the day after I record this. So, you know I'm a bit behind. Or I have a very long backlog. I'm working on it. I'm not sort of doing so much on this. I'm working on getting liveries and stuff more than episodes recorded. That can go on ones. I don't want to put the Enviro on ones. I don't want... Oh, there we go. Esteem on ones. These will get done. My staff. Work schedule. Researchers. Yeah. No one is present during non-core hours because there's only 2 of them. I've only got 2 researchers. My employees, researchers. Well, I think what I'm going to do also works. No, my employees, researchers. The expert researchers are going to be on 1250. And these two trainees are going to be on 1150. Or maybe 1050. There we go. We need to watch out for this one. Because that does send the satisfaction into the yellow. But, you know, Little Enviro won the 3. We've got more researchers now. So, come Wednesday morning, we should be researching a little bit quicker. As for being able to expand, I think I'm going to do a route from Ryde down to Shanklin. And that is going to be probably the... I want the 4 and 5 out of Newport, so let's have this be the 6. Oh, you know what I've not done? I've not copied the color code. So this is going to be the 6 Ryde to Shanklin. Where it goes after Shanklin, I don't know. Maybe it can go somewhere. Maybe Ventnor? We'll see. We will see. So, editing me, time lapse please. Thank you. And there we have the 6. Ryde to Shanklin, 17.5 miles return, and takes 75 minutes. In this state. It's going to take longer because we like to add a little bit of padding to everything, just to make the service run just a little bit smoother. And it's probably going to run every 30 minutes. With every 15 minutes during rush hour, how many? No, we'll just have it. I mean, it's very busy. It's very, very busy. If I have it running every 30 minutes all day, what's the loading like? Very high. Very high. Timetable time lapse, post me. Go. timetable for the 6 is finished. So this route is going to run 7 days a week, every 30 minutes Mondays to Saturdays, and every hour on Sundays. Just about managing a vehicle requirement of 3 for Mondays to Fridays, or Mondays to Saturdays, and a vehicle requirement of 2 is quite comfortable for Sundays. So what I'm going to do is I'm going to confirm and activate the bus route later, and then I'm going to take out a loan, this big one here, and if needs be the other one, like this other big one, but we'll see how much these are going to cost. So for this I'm going to buy 4. Oh, just about don't have enough. Just about don't have enough. So let's take the small one. No, we're gonna buy new. And we're gonna buy 4. Can we buy 5? We can't buy 5, but we can buy 4. That seems good. Paint that in the green for now, and of course we're going to have the Southern Vectis branding all done up for the Enviros, just as we will for every bus in the operation except the Centros. Let's take that, and no, they are coming. Cool. And we'll assign their parking spaces from the outside in, and these have functional everything. Very nice. It's new bus day. It is new bus day. So I guess these could, I mean, something that I want to make very clear is that we don't have much of a timeline going on. The timeline don't try and work out what the timeline is. It's just don't. Just seriously don't. The timeline is non-existent. So the regs on these are going to be HW, and let's make these 58s. Let's make, wait, what side is the vent on? That's going to decide. The vent is there, and the rear reg is up there. So that means only one thing. These are going to be 58 reg. They're going to be Tridents. HW58. And maybe, oh, you can't have a TDN? Or TDT? No, that's so far along. TDA. HW58 TDA. HW58 TTB, HW58 TDC, and last but not least, HW58 TDD. White fleet numbers, and the fleet numbers for these are going to be TE, they're going to be TE class, TE1, TE2, TE3, and TE4, and TE4. Set the destination up, SV, Southern Vectis. That is very nice. Did I copy just to make sure? And there we go. So now that we have all these lovely new buses, aren't they beautiful? The Enviro 400 model is one of the it's one of the better ones, I think. You know, it's not super, like, it's not gone overboard like Mr. Chip sometimes does with all the detail, as awesome as this looks. But it feels like it has the right amount of detail for a game like this. This isn't, you know, this isn't OMSI. And Zoodoo is not Studio Polygon. But for City Bus Manager, this is the right amount of detail. Anywho, checking recording time, 42 minutes, but we're going to lose a lot of that to the time lapse. So, I think we have enough time to activate bus route now. Do a quick check of the fleet, everyone is fine. And welcome to Wednesday, the first operating day for the 6th. The fleet is growing now. The fleet is quite substantial. This is a 902. We'll put the star out in. A 3. Oh dear. 902, 903. See, I don't think the 3 needs deckers. I think the deckers are better used on the 1. 903. The 2. The 2. The 1. The 6. The 901. That's for our newer Enviros. The 3. The 901. That's a really busy tour. Wow. I almost want to put a decker on it. A decker would be very appropriate. And then we'll put that on the 21 instead. 32, that gets the Metro Rider. Because it's very regional. It's very rural as a route. East Cowes to Wootton, through the back streets. Solo there. The 1. 23, that's normally an Esteem. 2 is an Esteem. 903, 902, that's normally darts. 3, 903, 902. Let's put the Nibs Enviro on that. The 1, the 23, and naturally, up to 53, let's put the Solo SR in it. There we go. For now, that seems to be everyone allocated. And yes, we do have an extra Enviro. And for those struggling to get the fleet code system, TE means Trident Enviro. So, oh, there's the first 3, or the first 6 even. How's it doing? Not bad for before peak time. Really not bad. And how is it keeping time as well? That's going to be very important. It doesn't seem to be having any difficulty keeping up to timing, so hopefully. Oh, there's 1 minute or 2 minutes of late, and we caught up. It looks like every time we get late, we can catch it back up again. So even though the timing on this is quite a lot, it should be fine. I just want to see through yeah. We pick up like 1 minute here, and then at the next timing point it goes. Oh dear, we got a call from the fuel supplier. Oh! Oversupply, fuel price will fall until Saturday. Cool. So yeah, by the looks of things, the 6 is a very successful route. These Enviros seem to be a really good choice for it, because there's a decent amount of of ridership throughout the length of the route. But then there's some quite extreme peaks in peak time, and the Enviros just soak people up. We'll have to see how the reliability goes on that. That assignment's been delayed. Put an Enviro on there. So yeah, we have an extra Omnidecker. No, this is not an Omnidecker. We have an extra Omnicity and an extra Enviro for when the shift changeover happens, because you normally need an extra bus for that. Yeah, sure, go improve your skills. Research. Okay. Oh yeah, because they're not in yet. They're not in yet. 47 minutes. You know what, I reckon that this is a good place to leave it. We've shown off our new branding. Speaking of, there's the Nibs one. We've shown off our new branding, we've got a new route set up, and we've got a fleet of Enviro 400s. I think that is a success and a very good place to leave it off. So I will see you next time here on the Isle of Wight at Newport with Southern Vectors.